Hello, hello, and greetings from the Northern Hemisphere. This is America's energy conservation, efficiency, and renewable energy expert, Danny Zen, and also creator of the One House Off the Grid YouTube and Brighteon video channels. Danny Zen here. Listen up, in this 30-minute or 40-minute presentation, I'm going to be going over how you guys can save money on your energy bills, even also for your commercial and industrial buildings. This video is titled Minimizing Solar Heat Gain Through Windows. Whether summer or winter time, your windows are a building's weakest thermal link. For those that don't know me, my nickname is Drawdown Now, since it's so urgent to counter climate change, sea level rise. Drawdown means is the level of carbon in our atmosphere actually declines. That's Drawdown, and that's based on the book and the team there at drawdown.org by Mr. Paul Hawken. Definitely read that book. Again, Drawdown. I am the future aspiring certified passive house consultant. That is the world's most stringent energy efficiency building standard that originated out of Germany, that blows the US Green Building Council's LEED Platinum credential out of the water, capable of reducing a building's total energy usage by up to 90% without a single solar panel or wind turbine. So stay tuned. I am the founder and CEO of a future billion-dollar company, that's what the B is in Bravo, and a nationwide deep energy retrofit platform called onehouseoffthegrid.com, which currently is redirecting you to one of my video channels, and that's all letters, O-N-E, houseoffthegrid@gmail.com. And that company is a subsidiary of my parent company, the Climate Change Solutions and Drawdown Now company, okay? If you want to be able to share this quote-unquote PowerPoint to view at a later time or with other people, use tinyurl.com/minimizing solar heat gain. Okay, again, that's T as in Tango, I-N-Y, url.com/minimizing solar heat gain. Okay, and I'll also have a shortened link to this video. It will be tinyurl.com/money saving windows with an S. Okay. So again, this is some tips to reduce solar heat gain at home. This is just a cool image here. It's dealing more with general installation, not just windows. So as I mentioned in the beginning, windows are considered, they're not considered, they are the weakest thermal link in a building envelope. Building envelope is just what comprises the walls, floor, ceiling, and exposed to the exterior. And it's so again, windows are the weakest thermal link in a building's building envelope for heat gain in summer and heat loss in winter. Now, although windows present a small part of a building's surface area, they have a much greater effect on heat flow than walls, ceilings, or floors. Okay. Now, below the steps, this is in my opinion, in more or less decreasing cost of effectiveness. So the earlier ones will have a shorter payback, a higher return on investment, and the later ones will have a lower return on investment, a slower payback, okay? And again, this will help you to save kilowatt hours or British thermal units for those that use, I guess, heating fuel, and money on your energy bills, while also helping us to slow down climate change, okay? Now, this is for only new construction, of course, because you can't just take your building and reorient it. So if you are able to, at the design stages before you've broken ground, you want to take full advantage of passive solar design by orienting the building's longer axis, or like the roof's ridgeline, running east to west, meaning left to right, okay? Now, this is applicable to both the northern and southern hemispheres. So again, because that will limit the number of windows that's facing the rising and setting sun. So that's less, solar heat gain coming in through the windows at sunrise and sunset. And that is why you want to, again, orient the building's longer axis running east and west. So you have fewer windows, again, facing the rising sun or the setting sun, okay? So if it's not new construction, of course, for all existing buildings, retrofits, the very, very first thing you absolutely must do, it is so low tech, not sexy, okay, is to have properly oversized roof overhangs over any windows, okay? Especially the southern, if you're in the northern hemisphere, okay? And definitely blocking off the east and west facing windows. So as you can see, this is a window facing west, okay? The sun is at a different angle, whether it's summer or winter months throughout the year, it changes. So you got higher summer sun, So you can have a shorter overhang. It'll cut it off, not have any sun going in directly through the windows. Okay, so you see how this cheap little solution, an overhang or an awning, could make a huge savings in your energy bills. Okay, and actually, as possible, as much as 77% just by having properly sized positioned window awnings, okay, or roof overhang. Okay, so that's amazing. So very, very well worth your time to calculate this. Okay, you can even have adjustable awnings that are retractable or even motorized. Okay, and we'll get into some other options as well, such as solar screens. So the winter sun is lower, so that's why you see this angle here, December 21st, 27 degrees. Then you can have it, I guess you're gonna actually have it, you actually want to having it stick out more because it's going to be lower, okay? So depending on the time of the year, it'll determine how long your overhang is going to be, okay? I hope that makes sense. So just look at this image, study it at your own leisure some more if you're not fully getting it, okay? Now, again, not sexy. It's more of a, passive kind of thing to deal with solar heat gain again, okay? Now, and this is actually facing south, okay? Because you have, and this is in the northern hemisphere, mind you, okay? So south-facing windows, you want to definitely have properly oversized roof overhangs or window awnings, okay? So now, if you're in South Florida, this is for people near me. You can contact this person here who owns World Screen Solutions. Now, the next tip to minimize solar heat gain is consider planting some, plants, shrubs, whatever is suitable for your region, depending on, weather, rain conditions, pests, humidity, the whole 9 yards, okay? Soil type and all that. A lot of details, of course, I won't get into, but I definitely want to do this, especially in front of all east and west facing windows, so you can have, shade while generating some nice fresh air, of course, from these plants, shrubs, okay? Maybe even trees. Hopefully that won't collapse on you if you have a hurricane. So you want to be mindful of having some tall trees that are near you if you're in, high wind velocity areas like hurricane, Atlantic coast or whatnot, okay? And this is just one provider. This is actually my friend's Food Forest Abundance Ambassador referral link, okay? And you can check that out and order a design, blueprint design, and but done by one of their many permaculturists. And this is actually not a food forest, but it's just an example of a trellis with some vegetation growing on it to shade off these windows here. It looks like it's a manufactured home. So obviously that's not going to have much sun coming in. So you're going to be saving a ton of air conditioning, part of your energy bills. Okay. And you can find some more other lettable landscape food forest providers by looking around my Linktree site here. And also if you're in South Florida, this is another provider. He's a registered landscape architect, Mr. Bill Reeve. Contact him, just mention my name, okay? The third tactic you could do to minimize solar heat gain is install what's called exterior Bahama shutters. These might not be common in some parts of the country, but it's very, very attractive looking. I know they have a lot in the Caribbean, of course, Key West, obviously. So that is another option. The only downside is if you want to have light come in, you'll have to go manually prop it up or take it off, okay? But it definitely will help cut off, obviously, a lot of solar heat gain, okay? The other option you could have is to install more permanent exterior solar shade screens. Again, this is exterior, so it's on the outside. And this is one example. 80% is the amount of light that it blocks, okay? And 90% is even darker. This is, again, another provider, same one. He also provides motorized screens, okay? Pretty high tech. And just call Adam Bader for a complimentary estimate. His work number will be on his website, okay, if you're in South Florida area. He's based out of Fort Lauderdale, or Lauderdale by the Sea. Number 4 tip, apply a low-emissivity coating if your windows didn't already come with it, pre-applied, okay? I won't get into this. I'll let you read it, but it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a window film. It's got thin silver coatings, just like it mentions here, okay? And it can reflect a lot of the sun's, especially the infrared, okay? Which can cause a lot of the warmth, okay? So that's another great thing. I'm sorry I don't have any provider, but you can Google that, maybe find someone that could, a window specialist around you in your area, okay? The fifth tip you want to do is if you have just single pane or really inefficient windows because it's old house you're in, now you can consider totally replacing those, swapping them out with some really high performing passive house quality ones that are double or triple pane and even filled with argon gas to have even less thermal, intrusion from the windows. Okay. Now, this is not going to pass or qualify or get permitted if you're in a high velocity wind zone, like around hurricane territories like Florida, the Gulf Coast, Atlantic Coast, and Texas, of course. Okay. But you can watch a video by going to this link here. I won't play it, but you can check it out at your own leisure to see these high performing windows. These things can actually be as much or cost even more than possibly more than solar panels. And just contact one of their sales managers, Craig, there in Colorado for a complimentary estimate or to get your questions answered, okay? Their website is thinkalpen, THINKALPEN.com, okay? This is just an infographic showing you how high performing the Alpen windows are. This is just your typical, EnergyStar.gov rated window. The air infiltration will have 0.3 cubic feet per minute per square foot. And if you have an Alpine high performing window, it's almost nothing, okay? And so that's the 25 mile per hour wind, and this is air infiltration through a 10 square foot window. This is 3, and this is, almost nothing again, okay? So this is this is an example of how many basketball openings you have, and you're letting in over 690 per hour, and this you only have 24 to 120. And that's the amount of volume of air from the outside that's infiltrating because you've got a higher performing window compared to your, above average Energy Star rated window. Okay. So yeah, that's the improvement. That's huge, 83 to 96% improvement. Get your money back pretty good. A single digit years should be less than 9 years, I believe. And also, if you're in a high velocity wind zone like South Florida, please call our good friend Windows and Doors Pro, Bruce Harkins. This is his number here, 305-812-7800. If you'd like to get an estimate for impact windows, that's 305-812-7800. Just tell Bruce Harkins that Danny Zen referred you. Now, if you're not willing nor able to afford a total window replacement, below are some great alternatives that have to deal with window inserts. I don't currently have an active relationship with them, except for Think Alpen, but I don't get any referral commissions on their Windcert Lite and their Windcert Plus. But you can contact Craig or his team there at Think Alpen for an estimate. I believe they're only doing volume purchases for apartment building owners, developers. So I don't think he'll take your call if you're just doing it for one single house. I'm sorry, okay? At the moment, since they're extremely spread thin with helping doing some big projects and developments, new construction, things like that, multifamily and all that, okay? But anyways, another one you could reach out to is Mr. Sam Pardue over there in Portland, Oregon with his cool Indo windows. His website is indowindows.com, and you can watch a video by going to this link here, okay? Again, this whole document will be available at tinyurl.com/minimizing solar heat gain. If you have trouble accessing it on Google Drive, even after logging into your Gmail, just leave me a voicemail with your best email address at my landline number of 786-441-2727, okay, with your email, and just mention you want the copy of this quote-unquote PowerPoint. The third window insert option is by a company up in Rochester, New York. This is their website, wexenergy.com. They won some awards. Check it out. If you do reach out to the Rachel, I believe her name is, and her team there, just mention you were referred by Danny Zen for a complimentary estimate, okay? Sixth tactic you want to do to minimize solar heat gain is apply something, a window film. A high quality one is obviously by 3M. I think that might be a Fortune 500 company, should be. And this is on the inside, again, it's interior. It's going to be a lot less effective because the sun's already struck the window. So, and it's on the inside, it's not helping out. You're not cutting it off, even like with the Bahama shutter or vegetation or the solar screens from the outside. Okay, so this is far less effective, and payback will be lower. So this is one great one. I like their daylight redirecting film because if you could see here, The normal clear glass, even if there's window film, it's not throwing the light inward. So all the employees working on the middle part of the building, they're not getting the nice, awesome sunlight that's bright lit, improve their mood. But with 3M's daylight redirecting film, they've engineered it, it's probably patented, to redirect the film, throw it in more. So you can see here that's more lit. And so the employees don't have to use as much artificial lighting during the daytime when they're out at work as much, okay? So that's really cool. If you want a referral to a nearby authorized 3M window film installer, just contact me and I'll get you set up with them to come out for an estimate for your home, okay? They even do cars as well, of course. Number 7, you want to install, this is the last one actually, either the inflector see-through radiant barrier window kind of blind. This is what it looks like, okay? I haven't seen one or used it personally, but you can get all the details after watching a really cool video by clicking this link and mentioning to Dennis or his son Keith Roberts in Texas at their office number that you were referred by Danny Zen for a free estimate, okay? Sorry, I don't have any more information on the inflector, but again, it's a see-through radiant barrier window screen or blind, I would say, okay? Radiant window blind screen. Okay, pretty cool. And it's called radiant because it's going to be cutting off some of the preventing the heat from coming in. So it's probably more of the both ultraviolet and infrared. Okay. The other one you could do instead of the inflector is this cool high-tech Solar Gaps smart window blinds. It's actually like a solar panel, and they're still currently waiting on their American Underwriter Laboratory listing to meet, all national safety or fire electrical codes to prevent fires. And so stay tuned. If you do contact them in the meantime, solargaps.com, I believe they're an Eastern European country. Tell them that Danny Zen referred you. I have been contacting him a long time to get set up as a referral partner and have a coupon code created so that they can give you a discount, but that's not set up yet. In the meantime, you can watch their Kickstarter video by visiting this link. Okay, it's pretty cool. And it even tracks the sun for, so it's actually just renewable energy. So pretty high tech. It's obviously going to cost a pretty penny compared to any existing, horizontal or vertical blinds that we've ever seen, obviously. But anyways, that's it. Really short and sweet. The end. Thank you for your kind time and attention. I hope that was informative, and please contact me if you implemented these and let me know how much your energy bills goes down. I'm curious to know. You can send me an email to onehouseoffthegrid@gmail.com with your before and after energy bills and tell me which ones of these tactics that you implemented. I'd be curious to know. Now, for some more awesome energy, money, and planet-saving tips, you can watch the videos on my Brighteon channel or my YouTube One House Off the Grid channel. I've got a great world-class energy conservation efficiency playlist on my Solar for Dummies channel on YouTube. You can visit that by visiting this link here, tinyurl.com/solarfoundationsvideos, okay? Let's see what else we got here. So that's that. And if you want to see all the products and services that I offer currently, some items are covered under President Biden's new Inflation Reduction Act for up to $14,000 in upfront rebates for certain energy upgrades or 30 to 50% federal tax credits. Go to this link here, tinyurl.com/onehogservices with an S, okay? That's tinyurl.com/1, the number 1, H is in house, O is in off, G is in grid, services, plural, okay? And then for a ton of free energy saving info and e-guides, visit this document on Google Drive as well, tinyurl.com/onehouseoffthegrid, again, all letters. This is the energy priority pyramid that I kind of modified from somebody else. And VS stands for variable speed pool pump here, okay? Kind of gives you a framework for how to prioritize your money, energy, and effort to get a quicker return, okay? This is the low-hanging fruit stuff there, okay? And you also can get a free copy of my 10 energy money saving tips e-guides, okay? Or just go to this link right here to get it on Google Drive. And if you'd love to schedule a complimentary net zero energy or off-grid consultation for your home or business, throughout the US and possibly other countries. Just fill out this form here, tinyurl.com/off-grid consultation, okay? And if you want to be able to have all these things, but you're like, Danny, I just don't have, my paycheck's not enough, I don't have enough savings for it. This is going to take you to at least a handful of part-time, home-based big business opportunities. Just go to tinyurl.com/I-want-freedom-now to view, okay? And this is just an image of the cash flow quadrant concept. I know it's totally unrelated, but it will help you to be able to afford all of these minimizing solar heat gain items, okay? And so if you have questions or would love to make some suggestions for this, PowerPoint presentation that I might not have included or know about, or if you want to inquire about becoming a partner of mine, either a supplier of appliances or a product or a contractor partner, or you want to join my One House Off the Grid team as a business partner, investor, C-suite, executive team, chief executive officer down to chief human resources officer and everything between, or you want to be a future marketing or sales partner or teammate, consultant, contact me at the below information here. The best number is my landline number. Just leave me a voicemail at 786-441-2727 is the best number, okay? Phone tag's fun, but I'd rather be swimming in the ocean. So if it goes to voicemail, just let me know your question and or what you're interested in, okay? And the primary email is best is this one here, dct3@cornell.edu, since the onehouseoffthegrid@gmail.com just forwards to that. Again, the best email for me is D as in Danny, C Charlie, T Tango, the number 3@C as in Charlie, ORNELL.edu. If you don't hear from me in a timely manner, my other alternate email is onehouseoffthegrid@protonmail.com. If you ever do email me, just leave me a voicemail at my landline number, letting me know check, since I do not check emails regularly. And that's my LinkedIn profile. You can read my clean energy bio and more about me and my other interests unrelated to clean energy, okay? Anyways, take care, everybody. Thank you for your kind time and attention again. And again, please share this video by using this link here, tinyurl.com/money-saving-windows. And this PowerPoint again is tinyurl.com/minimizing solar heat gain, okay? Thanks so much. Hope this was helpful and look forward to having you save a ton of green while being more green and saving our planet.